Hey guys, I'm Joe Drake. Welcome back to another installment of 90 Day Fiancé Follow-Up. Now this week, we've got to kick off with the OMG moment of the week because things finally reached a boiling point between Elizabeth's husband, Andrei, and her brother and father. Now, the drama kicked off after Elizabeth's brother, Charlie, and her dad, Chuck, started to ask Andrei's friends and family questions about his past. Now, of course, Andrei became upset because he felt that Charlie and Chuck didn't really have a right digging into his past. Well, of course, the were being thrown around, and Elizabeth was very upset with how things went. After the dinner, Elizabeth and Andrei continued to fight because Andrei felt that Elizabeth should have taken his side in the fight between him and his brother. Elizabeth said in her confessional, quote, "I'm most upset because it's my husband doing this. My family is here specifically for me and him, and if he doesn't want them to be here, then I'm leaving. I'm not doing it." This tense moment at dinner was to be expected. We all knew that Andrei and Charlie and Chuck weren't necessarily going to get along. And as we saw this past Sunday night on 90 Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, things didn't go as planned. Now, as for a little 90 Day Fiancé news, Nicole is finally going back to Florida to reunite with her daughter. Now, we've talked about this a lot on 90 Day Follow-Up, and it's finally happening. A lot of people on social media were hoping that Nicole was going to return to her daughter, especially in 2020 with a pandemic going on. But as fans know, she was staying in Morocco with her husband, Azan. Now, Nicole took to her Instagram story on Sunday, August 9th to document her trip from Morocco to Florida. She was sharing snapshots of the picturesque mountains, taking selfies. She even gave us a play-by-play of her showing up to the airport, saying she was there far too early. She got her Starbucks and even let us know that she was waiting to board the plane. Now, she's heading back to Bradenton, Florida to reunite with her daughter, May, finally, after a long time apart. Now, in early March, Nicole left May, her 5-year-old daughter, in her care of her mother and embarked on the trip to her long-distance love in Morocco with Azan. But just days after arriving, the global coronavirus pandemic hit. So this really kept Nicole in Morocco. And I know that a lot of people had a lot of opinions about her getting back to May in Florida, but the good news is that May was with her grandmother the entire time and was doing fine. But we will keep you updated as Nicole updates us on how things are going with May. Now, for our couples counseling session of the week, I was initially going to give it to Elizabeth and Andrei because of everything that happened at dinner. But I think this week I've got to give it to Jess and Colt because, of course, Jess was very upset that Colt asked Vanessa to cat sit for him. Now, once Jess found out, she told Colt to go back to America, even calling him a very bad guy. Now, here's my suggestion for Colt. There could have been tens of 20s of people to watch your cat. I don't think it had to be Vanessa. And I think deep down he knew that if Jess were to ever find out, which she did, that she would not be happy about it. I mean, times are tough right now with the pandemic, and maybe there wasn't as many people to watch the cat as in normal times, but I do think you have to be concerned about what might make your partner upset. And of course, Vanessa watching the cat was going to piss Jess off. And it did. As you guys may remember, Colt assured Jess that he would never talk to Vanessa again, despite the fact that in the past, Colt told cameras that he didn't have any intention to stop talking to Vanessa. So he's kind of talking out of both sides of his mouth. I know that Jess may seem like she's overreacting, but because of Colt not being completely honest here, I've got to take Jess's side. All right, that's it for another 90 Day Follow-Up this week. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And as always, we leave you with our memeable moment of the week.